Всем привет! Сегодня 23 сентября, and we start the race to the US. Let's talk in English, guys. Today is awesome day. We start first race to the US. I made a post in Facebook a couple days ago about a problem on the market that startups are looking for solution to reach the United States market, but they are not equipped with information, tools, expertise, nothing. They're looking, searching as a, in the dark room for without light, and we decided to organize kind of event and find out who the best. I invited my friends, my partners here to help me to find out who's the best. So we have a format is 3-minute speech of your startup with one slide as Y Combinator style, and we will graduate you. Like, I'll give you 5, I'll give you 10, or I'll give you 1, and why I'm not happy or why I'm happy with that startup. Ksenia on the backstage will collect all marks from us and creates a leaderboard, and you will see who is a leader, who is not, and at the end we will see who are the 3 top level guys for this evening, right? And I will select the one team which I'll take to the US. And we are here with Sigurd Scheifort and Startup Kotiki just to help young startups to find this light, to find direction in dark room and to succeed. Igor, thank you for joining us today. We launched the race to the US today, and many startups, I believe, will come. And me personally, will handle their launch and their growth and succeed attraction on the United States market. And I would love to ask you a few words before start. Like a mentor, like my father in startups life. Yeah, please.
Well, Igor, thank you very much for the intro. Much appreciated. And as you see, we have a little, not only startup Kotiki Mafia, but also little Igor's Mafia. There's one Igor and then there is another Igor. So let me try to be helpful. What I'd like to talk about is my experience as somebody who created several startups here, who invested in over 100 startups as an angel and in 80 plus startups as venture capitalists. The most important thing for startups is growth. Nothing is as important. All the startups, especially early stage startups, have a tendency to pay too much attention to the product. And frankly, this may sound paradoxical, but too much attention to the customers. You really need to focus on just one thing to succeed: growth. Everything else should be really the product of fast growth, ability to acquire customers not too expensively, ability to build the right distribution connections, ability to serve the market right, ability to create viral mechanisms so that your users would bring other users, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So really the most important task for anybody is growth. Whenever you're speaking with my kind, and I see Nikolai Oreshkin with us as well. Hi, Nikolai. He is also an investor. So whenever you're speaking with our kind, I should say, Nikolai and mine, keep in mind that there is an old joke that the bankers, and that's also true about venture capitalists, would love to fund your business when you don't need the money. So the same thing with venture capitalists and angel investors to a somewhat smaller degree. When you grow fast, you would have no shortage of possible candidates to fund you. When you don't grow fast, it is extremely hard to pitch to anybody, because basically the mindset of an experienced investor, it's somebody who knows that if a company grows fast, the multiples at an exit would be pretty high. The probability that a company would be acquired would be pretty high. So it's very possible that I would make a lot of money if a company pitching to me is showing triple X, for example, growth per year, right? Because I would know that you guys have the DNA for growth. I would know that everything in the company is really focused on this one thing, growth. So if of this long convoluted speech you would be left with only one word, that one word should be growth. The next question, of course, so well, thanks, Igor Shaifot, growth, like we know that, but how do we grow? Well, the short answer is, if you ask your the short answer is, you grow by numbers. Numbers are the game. So as the CEO, as the founder, every day you should start your day and you should finish your day, you should end your day with the same thing, the numbers. You should have the dashboard with the most important so-called KPI, right? Key performance indicators. You should define yourself what these are. Of course, nothing is as important for revenue stage companies as revenues. Everything else is very secondary. Some people would argue that actually retention is also very important. Some people would argue that customer acquisition costs are also very important, and several other KPIs. But really, the most important part is revenues at a stage when you're a revenue stage company. Of course, a company such as I don't know. Such as Twitter in early stages, such as Skype in early stages, who cared about revenues. Companies grow, but do not make a mistake of comparing your small startup with the first 2,000 users with Skype with tens of millions of users. Nobody really cares about your doubling of your user base from 1,000 to 2,000. That's really, if these are not paying customers, if these are not paying businesses, especially, this really doesn't mean much. This hyper growth only means much when these are very significant numbers, hundreds of thousands or hopefully millions. How do you grow the company? And I only have 3 minutes left to really
It's
to
okay.
really
Yes,
answer
yes.
the most important part. When you just start the company, you should ask yourself the toughest question, the most important question: what are the means for my company to grow? And the most important part in your day is figuring out how to grow. And the most important part in pitching to investors such as Nikolai, myself, and others is answering the question that any investor has: will this company be able to grow? Will this company be able to make me money? And you would not be able to make money for yourself and for your investors unless you grow. How do you grow? You grow through viral mechanisms. You create a product, a service that your customers like so much that they want to share it with others, and you build these mechanisms, making it easier. You grow through partnership. You find companies for which your product, your service will be complementary and would either create lower burn rate for their customers, convert their free clients into paying clients, do something for these companies that would generate more revenues, more growth for them. You grow your company by creating a product that could benefit from what people are searching for. If you're good at search engine optimization, you would be on top of the searches. You grow by making your product free when others offer this product for money. You grow by offering your product that does something that others just cannot do. You grow your product by being unique enough, but also by being simple enough. Even if you're creating, I don't know, a database management software, if you cannot explain what your company does in 2 or 3 sentences, you would not be able to sell. And the most important part that you need I think you need to really think about is how to create a sales organization. Every person in the company, and this is something that a lot of people think, oh, he's kind of joking, he's exaggerating. Every person in the company, a programmer, a designer, customer support person, should be selling. If all you do is constantly selling, not necessarily, I don't necessarily mean selling by saying please pay for this and that. By selling, I mean explaining what the company does, explaining the benefits of the product, helping a potential client or existing client understand why he or she needs this product. So what you need to do day and night is tell yourself, ask actually yourself, am I selling? Am I doing good job selling? Am I doing good job training the team in selling? So that's really in 10 minutes, in long meandering and in long forms, basically what I wanted to say. But to summarize what I just said: one, nothing is as important as growth. Two, when you're dealing with investors such as Nikolai and myself, the most important question on our mind is, would I be able to make money with this company? And the only answer to this that I think really works is, yes, look, we've been growing like crazy. What other questions do you have? If a company comes to me and they show no presentation whatsoever, but just the revenues and how crazy these revenues grow, we're in business, dude. Let's just start talking. And if the company brings this 30 pages presentation that talks about market size, their bios, the wonderful product interface, the great feedback, and there is no growth, I really wouldn't care as much. So that's the second point. The third point: identify very early, at the very beginning, not after you build a product, but very early, before you even started building it, what the growth channels are. Read about it, think about it, participate in all sorts of crazy startup events, including this one. It's a pretty crazy startup event, and try to learn as much. Write things down, ask questions, but focus on one thing: growth. And last but not least, if you're a co-founder, if you're the CEO, or one of the people at the helm of a company, make sure that whatever you do, whenever you talk with other teammates, that the most important question you ask of them and the most important focus you all have is growth. And the most important growth, of course, is growth of revenues. So if everybody in the organization will grow. That's basically in 10 minutes all I wanted to say. Happy to answer some questions, but back to Igor, from one Igor to another Igor.
Yeah, let me quickly introduce everybody and we start. So Nikolai Reshkin, it's investor. His role is invest in startups, find hidden gems, and to let them grow faster. Pavel Asokin, it's co-founder of Unicorex, co-founder of MIE, many startups he helps with. He's very structured and cell-oriented mind. Puneet Nahata, he is advisor of Forbes list of the Forbes clients. He's business astrology. Maria, she's co-founder of Icebox. That's actually a factory. We're producing ice cream, ecology ice cream. And now she's the right hand of Igor Shaifot in Startup Kotiki. Maria, thank you. She represents Startup Kotiki worldwide, and she has great experience. And she's in Unicorex as well. It's our fight. We call her fight girlfriend, боевая подруга in Russian, right? And we have Ksenia. Ksenia from Equitrip. She helps us with the race, and she helps in Unicorex as well. And she coordinate all participants, all startups here. For this race, applied 27 startups. And I would love to invite on the stage IT Talk Now.
Hello, everybody. My name is Yuri Zarubin. I'm CEO of Talk Now voice-only dating app. We mix in Clubhouse and Tinder for people looking for friends and relationship. And Ivan is here.
Ivan, yes, I will invite him. Okay. Mm-hmm. You have a show.
Right. Division.
Division.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
So I
Okay.
can.
Before launching product, we conducted a user research. We talked with more than 500 users and found out two main problems in dating. The first one is lack of emotional connection. Simply, people connect with each other without the great interest. They doesn't see the real person under the hood. The second problem is mismatch of goals. Simply speaking, there are three main categories in dating. The first, people looking for relationship, another one for friends, and the third one for one night. If people doesn't match the goals, they doesn't go further. How we solve this? We develop a voice emotional analysis technology. Using this technology, you get and understand your feelings and partner feelings better. Also, we divide users into three categories. In such way, people find friends and relationship faster. Also, we enable a strong emotional connection between users.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some noise on backstage. Mm-hmm.
We work on intersection of two fast-growing markets. The first one is usual dating apps like Tinder, Badoo, or Club, or Bumble, but they don't focus on voice-only connection. Also, they don't create a strong emotional connection between users. The second part is usual audio social networks like Clubhouse or Stereo, but they don't focus on voice.
Oh, I don't hear you well. Who is
Sorry.
Ivan, you have some problems from
who creates
maybe
noise,
your
guys?
laptop. I can continue. So on another hand, there are Clubhouse and Stereo that are not focused on dating. Here you can see our team, me and Ivan, the main part, and also we speak with Yaroslav Sergeyev and Jeff Cook, the CEOs of big dating companies. They advised us. And in conclusion, I would like to say that we choose the growing market of audio communication and online dating. We already have more than 500 pre-registrations, and we closed pre-seed round and get $100,000 for marketing and developing the product. We started in May, and in August we already have more than 500 registration. And in December we plan to reach 30,000 of users using viral effects. And I want to mention that our target market is the US market, and we already have more than 70% of users from the US. That's all for now. We are ready to answer your questions. Thank you.
I'll mark you 7, not 10, because I don't see your go-to-market strategy. I don't understand how you jump from 500 installation to some thousands within few months. You didn't answer that question.
I overall like the pitch. You guys did great. I think that as a trendy market, you are kind of going after two major trends in a dating, just in general as a service, should be disrupt. I believe that every 5 to 10 years we see new technologies coming up, and you kind of making progress by getting into this market, leveraging the current trends that established by Clubhouse. So that is an interesting idea. I think your pitch can be slightly improved. You're a little bit rushed. I understand that there was a time pressure, 3 minutes, but you can polish it a little bit better next time. Maybe improve your language skills as well. I'll guys rank you as 8 out of 10.
I saw your project at Innopolis, and I give you 8.
I'm sorry, but I would give 5 out of 10. I think guys are very talented in sense that in long term they are ready to do something big. So their idea is big, but at the same time they are not really ready for a really big the scale of what scale would be required to execute this idea in terms of profitability. So I think they are afraid of making mistakes. So they choose the idea where there's a lot of, and they both seems to me more or less hardworking perfectionists. So they are not capable of making mistake, and such execution cannot be done without a guy which I'm giving them half marks. I think they're not crazy.
Wow.
And the idea is crazy. So I mean they are not crazy, but the idea is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Awesome.
so our
I love
product is called GeoWow. GeoWow, it means it provides wow factor because of geo analytics which we provide. So it's a B2B SaaS platform for retailers to manage locations and to search the best locations. So our customers
You guys
are
hear
retail
anything?
chains.
Yeah,
Can you
please continue. Yes,
hear me?
continue.
Yeah, okay. So our customers are retail chains like McDonald's or Starbucks or Walmart and the other guys like that. So our product is the online platform which consists of a lot of big data in geo-analytical sphere. It means that we grab some geo signals from satellites. We get it from the applications like Instagram or WhatsApp or Google. So we have a lot of data. And the main purpose of the system is to help to these retailers to search for the best locations for new trading points. It works for every types of retailers: HoReCa, supermarkets, pharmacy, and so on and so forth. So we assessed a US market in amount of one billion dollars, $1 billion. So our competition is global platform called S3, but our main point is that we are focused and we provide a mass customized solution for different players. While S3 is no focus solution and quite high priced. So our go-to-market strategy in US is the same as in Russia. By the way, in Russia we doubled our revenue by the last 2 years. So we started from $200,000 in 2020, and now we're $2 million per year. So go-to-market strategy consists of franchising offline conferences, then word of mouth. It really works very good for us, and then direct emails and calls to CEO of the companies. It's very insightful, but really working tool to get the customer contacts. Uh, so our product helps to search for new best locations. It also helps to increase revenue for these new locations up to 20%, and decrease costs for searching for these locations up to 10%. Um, that's it.
Yes, I loved that you told about the economic effect of your product to the market, because many just pitch without economics. You told how you improve, but I'll give you 9 because I didn't see go-to-market strategy, unique go-to-market strategy, how we will multiply our growth.
I overall like the pitch. I have to be honest, it's very hard to judge and hard to judge the potential of the company because I have so many questions. Unfortunately, I'm not that familiar with the GIS platforms. I've heard some, and there are some obviously platforms that are competitors of yours, not only ESRI, but other players that already kind of exist in the market. And I understand that you've been in this business for quite some time, so you, I guess, get some experience, maybe 10,000 hours to be qualified as an expert. But in terms of the potential of growth, it is very hard to say. I know that it is a competitive market, and I didn't quite understand what is your advantage compared to other existing already existing players, and why would large retailer chains would choose you. So I'll give you 7 to this speech. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just want to hear a little bit more. I understand that you've been tight on the clock. I'll give you 7.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of competitors in this field, and I didn't understand about your competitors' advantages. Sorry, and I think it should be about 6.
It looks like that he has taken a lot of load, and I don't think there is a big team at the moment. No matter, he has done a very good job so far. And if there is a good leader, there is always a possibility that a company can grow, even if there is a competition to pull it through. So I would give him 8 out of 10.
Okay, I'll give you 8. And I think your project is ambitious, but I didn't have enough information about your project. And I would like to know more.
Okay, let's start. Hi everyone, I am Ilya, the CEO of Placesto. We found the way to recommend movies by selfie, analyze emotional state with AI to help users of streaming services to find best matching movies from enormous amount of content faster and without getting bored. Just take a selfie and get the list of movies in 5 seconds. So simple and great, isn't it? But the most important thing you should know about us is that we can bring new users to streaming services much more cheaper than they do. Netflix, Amazon, Disney, HBO, and others spend billions of dollars every month to produce new content and to struggle for users. For example, in 2020, Netflix spent $61 per 1 gig user without custom content. But in 19, it was just 30. So the internet TV market going crazy today, and PwC analyst says it's going to grow annually 21% in average till 2028. We want to be partners with them, so we tell them, hey, we are here. and we can bring in new users much more cheaper than you do. Today, we are Amazon Prime partners, and they pay us $3 per every purchase made through our app. While our competitors tries to do hundreds copy of IMDb for boomers, we did brand new and modern way of perceived movie searching for Gen Z, based on your feelings, not your past experience. We tell our users, forget the past, live today. This fact is really matters because humans are always playing something new on the entertainment market, and its giants are hostages of their paradigm and algorithms. While scaling of our growth, we became an increasingly interesting partner for the market. At September, we started to grow faster than ever in the US. We succeeded to make 455% growth in this month, thanks to the fact we boosted our TikTok account and started to grow much more faster after ASO optimization job. The most important is that our users try our app regularly, what proves that FaceZoom is not one of toy, but really working tool. So, Gary, my friend, let's do some rock and roll together and to stir up this entertainment freegene market. So, thank you.
All right, I know this project from inside. My independent meaning it's a great potential with online theaters and so on. I'll give you 10, but this is with big credit that you will work as hard as I don't know who will work as it is.
In terms of the idea, I don't think it's quite unique though. I've heard so many times where people like pitching the same either to corporates because same problems for the discovery problems been here for decades, even before Netflix, before like all other movie production studios on TV channels, and I love that you are aiming to resolve it, and I'm sure that those points that you kind of identified are truly valid. I know that a lot of experts are tackling these problems already at Netflix, at Disney, at like many HBO, and these streaming services, especially now they're competing for attention. The amount of context that we create each year, like increasing dramatically. So each day, only Hollywood studio produce 22 movies each day. So you cannot watch all of them. And for discovery, it's important problem. What you identify makes sense. I'm not sure if it's enough though. So I'll give you. I like the passion, but I'll give you 8.
I would give it
Yeah.
7 because I think guy is very inspired, guy is very creative. But what problem I see that there might be an issue in the proper structure, and there might be too much creativity, but lack of and somehow like problems in team building because it looks like self and there is a lack of team. So I would give 7.
Okay. Good evening. My name is Dmitry Dudarev, and I am founder and developer of the startup Sensi Guitar. In today's digital world, more and more people trying to create digital music. Now it is enough to have an inexpensive laptop with installed virtual synthesizer and computer mouse or MIDI keyboard. But with this approach, it is very difficult to record parts of strings such as acoustic or electric guitars, ukuleles, banjos, etc., which greatly limits the freedom of creativity. Now there are MIDI converters that can be installed on traditional electric guitar and converting the sound of strings into notes. But the convenience and quality of their work far from perfect. Because of this, the time from idea to implementation becomes too long. Projects remain limited and unfinished. The guitar is one of the most popular musical instruments in the world. According to statistics, more than 3 of 5 people in the United States have tried to learn how to play it. But 90% of them didn't have the patience to achieve results. We have created a fully functional prototype of the compact interactive Bluetooth guitar Sensi, which already solves all these problems. The device can be used anywhere. It fits into a small backpack, wirelessly and without delay. Its sound connects to a phone or computer and is compatible with any virtual synthesizers without any drivers. We have a mobile application that lets you choose the instrument, control the learning mode, tune your sound, and track your progress. The guitar features an array of smart LEDs that allows anyone to highlight keys for the experienced players. The device supports basic guitar techniques despite the lack of classical strings. It never loses sound clarity and doesn't get detuned. All of this significantly reduces the time from idea to implementation. The global music controller market, as well as the online music learning and rhyme game market, is collectively valued at $4 and $3 billion. The potential for growth lies in the creation of smart devices that can significantly lower the threshold for entering digital music production. We plan to enter the international market and use Kickstarter as a spring for a successful start. We plan to earn on a subscription within the mobile application and sell the guitar for $300, which is lower than competitors' prices. This price is more than 4 times of our bill of materials. During the existence of our startup, we have tested a small PR campaign. We collected about 5,000 emails from the form on our website, while spending about $6,000 on marketing. So the average conversion is estimated.
Sorry, time is over.
Yes.
All right, I'll give you 7 because I don't love strategy like we rely on Kickstarter and without any details. Maybe you have some ideas, but you have to put in forward.
Yeah. Good job, Dmitry. And I think that you know that hardware is hard. And in order to push hardware on the market, on the mass market, you need to do some job. It's kind of a lot of things to be done. And I love that you've already built a prototype. Kickstarter is a good starting point to approach the market. I like that you validated the market and just send out some emails to try to do the market research and get early supporters. That is certainly can help to build the awareness around around your product. I don't know what value it will be at the end, but as idea, I quite like it. So I'll give you 9 out of 10.
8. I like the idea. I think he's a good executor, but I think only problem I see is that he doesn't really understand the challenges, which I kind of like. The idea itself is not an easy idea to implement, but I think he's doing very good so far.
Yeah, my name is Lena. I'm representing a company, Yaedu. We help CIS companies to countries, foreign universities all over the world. We've been operating on an international education market for a year now. Our clients have been accepted to top universities in Switzerland, Great Britain, the US, and other countries. The biggest scholarship we have received dollars for the bachelor studies in the US. So we provide mentorship programs in an agency, and our experience shows that the very first question that arises when someone decides to study abroad is what universities I can apply and get accepted with a high chance. And it's not a trivial question. It gives 50% of success if you answer it correctly. So this was one of the most popular services we provided to our students as an agency. And maybe you'll have a question, so why can't students just Google the universities? Well, they have to do a lot of research, and the information is not unified. There are some databases, but they mainly focus on domestic students, for example, in the US, and there are no databases that would focus on international students, providing them information about acceptance rates, IELTS, TOEFL scores, if there is an international scholarship available for them, and so on. And so potential students just either give up the idea or start applying to Oxford, Harvard, and top universities. And of course, most of them fail because their profile doesn't match the. So we as a team decided that would match the student's profile with the universities based on their background, their preferences, and their financial capacity. And we are offering an analytics tool that matches their needs and gives them the suggestions of what universities they can apply to with a high chance of acceptance. So it's basically a subscription model platform where they pay monthly fees and receive the mentorship program, the strategy based on our experience, and the community itself. Concerning the traction, we've had already 200 students whom we helped. We also have the database of 2,000 leads. We are running a social media, mostly on Instagram, with 20,000 followers, and we convert them to clients through webinar funnel, which has 20 to 25 conversion rates each time we run a webinar. So concerning the team, we've got Tanya as an international education expert with 5 years experience in student mobility. We've got me as a product in this company who's responsible for the marketing. Max us when we are building the platform. Concerning the going to market strategy, well, as I've said, we've been operating on the market for 1 year already through social media, and we are just going to boost our social media and improve our conversion rates to provide better, to create better profits. Thank you for your attention. I'm ready for the questions if you have one.
I'll give you 9. I love your idea. I know your competitor is study free, and but I understand that they have limited resources and you may compete well. You have nice view and so on, but not enough go-to-market strategy. You rely on Facebook and you don't show me yet some growth hacking strategies. But to compete with strong competitor, you need to have a unique go-to-market strategy. Business model is clear, market is huge, international, and so on. Maybe you should mention what market you are focusing first. Like we want to launch first, like South Africa or MENA, yes, or LATAM markets. This is important to mention to understand your strategy. I'll give you 9 because I love what you do. I know that you're just on the early stage. Yeah, 9.
Lena, thank you so much for the pitch. It was excellent pitch. I really like it. And I like how you kind of clearly identify the pain points, and not only for students. I believe that there are some pain points also for the parents who are kind of deciding where to send their kids to study abroad. And that is certainly can be the resource to go to kind of to do the exploration and do some research in where he can pass entrance examinations, where he needs a certain level of preparations, and you can help them to get and through and guide them through all the application process and market research and entrance fees and so forth. So I believe that can be a really big business. I believe that it can certainly make a lot of revenue. I'm not sure if it will grow on a venture scale though, because it's a market specific. As long as you start working in certain region, you'll face a lot of challenges like visa, some other things, and it's from a business standpoint and can generate a lot of revenue. Whether it can be attractive for venture capitals, I don't know.
Go ahead.
Thanks. Hi, I'm Stan, CEO of GenPad. We make possible to hire IT diamonds without recruiters for founders and managers. We are living in a world where everything is turning digital. And of course, recruitment operations are not the exception. Currently, recruiters work with their hands and use different tools to facilitate recruitment. But the present tools or CRM system do not relieve HR from recruiting worries. They only reduce a part of it. Just consider that 80% of recruiters' time is spent on interviews, and they do it over and over again, receiving an average of 25% commission on the annual salary of the future employees. This is just the beginning of the prices and repetitive daily actions of the recruiter. We appear to stop ruthless golden milking on founders and managers. Literally, we as a recruiter agency filtered candidates. In reality, we transfer all routine hiring tasks in any custom flows to cut the hiring expenses and free up spare money for new opening jobs. Our standard set of filtering is resume screening, soft and hard skill assessment, and video resume. If a client missing something, we add a new tool via API to our flexible funnel. The US HR market will grow more than double in the next 5 years from $23 billion to 50, and the recruitment from 3 to 7 at least. For now, there are 1 million potential open tech jobs that we can cover and many more that we will. Our business model is SaaS, but you pay $100 per each open vacancy that you connect with JampAd. For now, we are on the way to catch the first 20 paying customers in 2 months, working with the US founders community and tech hiring agencies. These channels work as a referral system to us and will support us in punishing on the moon. Our C team is making things happen. We have strong previous experience in the HR and complementary skill set that we use on a daily basis to lead a remote team of 6 people. If you want to take a part in this journey, feel free to contact me and join the JampAd way. Let's create an extra million jobs for IT professionals by reducing recruiting costs. Thank you for your time.
Okay, great. Thanks for your pitch. It's great idea. The market is really hot. It's very expensive to hire and close open position. I'm, as a founder, understand, but I don't understand how you're gonna do this. Don't answer question now, but you didn't reflect it. I don't understand what is your uniqueness, how your IE system can, for 100 bucks, show me the opportunities, because it costs for me now 500 bucks minimum to launch the funnel myself. We are headhunter or so on. I'll give you 7.
Stan, thank you for the pitch. I agree with Igor. I didn't hear anything how you're gonna do this. Why you better than hundreds of other agencies? You know, there is one hot company in Silicon Valley, Turing.com, and they help to hire top engineers. So they kind of are asking senior level engineers from Google, from Facebook, from Apple with 5+ years of experience on a senior role to join a startup. Overall, great problem to solve. I didn't hear the answer how you're going to do this. So I'll give you 6.
Yeah, hello to everybody. My name is Ivan. I'm the CEO of the Mindhead. We help to receive non-cash donations by QR code. So this is our solution. We have no monetization, and in the future, we are going to monetize it through booking fees in the future. We have got a lot of street performers all over the world, more than 100,000. Unit economy is CAC $20, MRPU 10. Actually, we don't know, because in beta we have got only one user in this summer, and yeah, our volume till all summer was about $1,000 for it was volume. We have got a lot of competitors, but yeah, we are free now, and so also we help street musicians to interact with their audience through order a song online, and how we understood through customer development. We know that this is really a cool feature. So yeah, about go to the market, sorry for 2.2. We are looking to grow through Facebook groups, and also we can scrap competitors users, and got all Instagram links of them. Also, we are looking to Reddit community. after we attract our community, we are looking to start a crowd investing company, and probably we will start product hunt company, but I'm not sure because we don't see our customers there. Also, it's the SEO for Google and Yandex. We know by which words we will do marketing there, and we are looking to advertisement in Ultimate Guitar site. There are a lot of musicians. Um, 2 million DAO and 60 million MAO. So yeah, and our hack is Upwork freelancers who are ready to go to the streets and catch the street musicians for money. So yeah, we already.
Yes, time. All right, idea is great, but very early stage. So I didn't hear good go-to-market strategy. Facebook, it's not enough. You may be facing with high customer acquisition cost. You don't have money to pay for marketing. You have very little marginality product. Your market is not organized. You work for B2C because those people, you have a lot of competitors as a payment gateways who can copy you immediately. I didn't hear uniqueness, and the problem maybe exists, maybe not. I don't know. The street people, they just collect cash.
Igor,
transactions
sorry,
are very
excuse
rare.
me.
I'll give you 7.
I know.
QR, WeChat payments, and Alipay for quite some time. And in United States, there is a Venmo and PayPal who also operate by QR codes. Now it's a kind of also blockchain paradigm shift where you can send like bitcoins or kind of any other cryptocurrency QR payments for some certain geographies. So I believe that in your case, your application is applicable for some specific markets, and I don't know if it's kind of there is a quite large opportunity to get there because it's only market specific, and the regions who are not leveraging the contactless not that big already. So good luck with your venture, but I'll mark you 5 out of 10.
Guy is a great charmer, and I think that's his biggest assets. But I think he lacks the team, he lacks the clear vision, and he lacks like what he's gonna do. So I think when it comes to charming, so 1-to-1 is very good. He might get an investor, but when it comes to actualizations of the idea, he still doesn't get like team and all the other stuff. Like that's my insight about it.
Hey guys, I'm Pavel from Right, and here's my story. Americans overspend over $1.5 trillion each year, and this is wrong. And we want to make it right, and this is why we decided to create a product called Right, which is free, fully automated, personalized, all-in-one budgeting, banking, and spending control tool designed to help low-income Americans reduce their overspendings and increase their savings by like few $100s each month. As you probably heard, an average American family spends $5,000 more than it makes annually. And the biggest challenge, people simply don't know how to properly plan their expenditures and generally spend their money. Existing tools like Excel spreadsheets are too tedious, manual, people don't like. Existing applications like budgeting or banking applications usually provide too generic, like category-based view, which are like can hardly be applied to real life. And this is why people don't use these tools and continue overspending. As a result, like 48% of the population are in debt, and 38% of population have less than $500 in emergency funds. And unlike all these existing tools, Right provides its users with fully automated, like end-to-end experience from hyper-detailed budgeting by each day, each items and its price, banking and payment tools, and spending control tools. More specifically, Right automatically generates people's budget which includes all essential plannings like mortgage, rent, utilities, and so on, non-essential plannings like toothpaste or soap, shampoo, like occasional spendings, like new pair of shoes, and also personalized meal plan, which consists of like 3 to 5 mini recipes and weekly based and price-based grocery shopping list. So ultimately, users have full details on their future spendings. And to help them stick with this budget and keep their money in control, we give them like a debit card, which is refilled each and every day with the right planned amount. And also, right provides the full automation of their transactions, payments, and things like this one. Right is free product, and our business model is based on banking interchange fee. So Right generates 0.8% of the total amount, sorry, of transactions processed through its payment system. And our target group is low-income Americans, people who live in small towns and suburbans and make 40 to 50,000 dollars each year. So we make like $300 averagely from each business client. So total available market is like a little bit above 90 million.
I don't understand what problem you solve. You say like we help poor people to economy money and so on so on. I think they don't have this problem. They have problem how to get money, not economy money. But for rich people to help economy, it's not really pain, right? They want to spend in the United States. So I don't understand what problem you solve. This is most important. The problem for me is unclear. I'll give you 5 out of 10. Nikolai?
Thank you.
Pavel, I clearly understand the problem, and I think that it is quite a large problem in the United States. But as a side, that a lot of companies already exist to tackle this problem. There are over dozens applications in the fintech sector, mobile apps that are already resolving this, and it's including the already large corporations such as Mint that was acquired by Intuit. There is an Albert tool. It is that is kind of raising new and new round every day, every year. There are like dozens of other applications that are runners up to kind of going after the budgeting app for low income, for middle class, for all types of classes and income classes in the United States. I didn't see the uniqueness of your proposition. At least I didn't hear. I understand that because of the limit of time, you probably didn't clarify it clearly. I wish you good luck. I believe that there is a still space because new education and budget and apps that educate people to manage their finances properly still exists room for new type of businesses. I just think it is quite hard to get to this market at the current stage. Either you tackle not only low income families, but maybe new generations such as like neobank that help to manage financials for teenagers in the low income families or something like that. That is my recommendation. Or just find a different angle. Good luck with your project. I'll give you 7 out of 10.
I will give him actually 6 out of 10. I think the guy is very smart and looks like he's very consistent. So maybe he have chosen a difficult kind of competitive product, but overall, I think he has the capacity to adopt and move forward. So I would give 6 out of 10.
Awesome, right? We got a nice qualification race. Who is free leaders? Ksenia, please give me free leaders. Face film, Edu, Besdi Digital. Wow, lovely guys! I'm so happy about that you are leaders. We contact you. I'll talk to you, and we'll find out who will not the best, but who I'll trust more, who I will rely more, because we need 2 months work together daily, like maybe 30 minutes per day. I'll give you insights, you ask me questions, I'll give you patterns, I'll give you information, how to, product strategy, go to market strategy, what to improve in your pitch, what to improve in your sales, emails, messages. Wow, it's a lot of work. It's like 100 metrics we have to improve before you go to the United States. Okay, thank you very much, Puneet. Thank you, Nikolai. You're awesome as usual. Thank you for Unicorex team. Thank you for Pavel. Thank you for Maria, Igor, Shaifot. Everybody's thank you for your pitches. I hope we helped you, gave you value a bit to improve your in English. All right. Thank you. See you next time. We continue. Thank
you, guys.
you.
Yeah.
Bye.